What's up, boys and girls? I'm working on the Model A chassis. I was finally able to get these brackets for all of the 4-link systems tack welded, not final welded. It's a good thing I only tacked them because I've had it apart. Well, these brackets were welded on and then removed and moved back and then re-welded again. It's been a mess. A quick background, this is my 1930 Model A build. I've never built one before. I've never built a chassis from scratch before. There's not really any instructions or one way to do it. It's a lot of trial and error, I found out. When I took on this project, I thought I had asked all the right questions, and I probably did, but what I found out is there are so many more questions that I needed to ask that at the time I didn't know that I needed to ask. So here I am. Let me show you what I've got done so far and the progress that I've made up to this date. Here is my front suspension, and that bracket is just tacked on there, but everything is correct. Everything's measured correctly and it's symmetrical. So that wasn't too bad to work on. So there's the front. Let's check out the rear. So the rear, finally, I am headed in the right direction. The hardest thing for me to do was get this rear end centered and then within these brackets correctly, but I have finally managed to do that. There it is, centered. And my biggest struggle has been this little sucker. The biggest problem I had was this bracket was not part of this chassis. And looking online at the other Speedway chassis, I saw that they have one that comes with all the brackets already on there. So I tried to find some sort of a measurement or whatever to give me a jumping off point. And what I found was on the Pete and Jake's website, they have a drawing with a measurement. Well, that's for their kit. And I've learned all this afterwards. That's for their kit. It's not going to apply to this one. However, it got me close. I was off by about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. And you can see my marks here in a second. I'll show you. So asking questions on the Facebook pages and stuff like that has really helped from some of these other guys who have done this before. It's a lot of trial and error, and I knew it would be, and that's okay. That's kind of why I took on this project, is to learn something new. And believe me, I've learned quite a bit in the process with this thing. So what I initially did was I just took a center line from these 2 bolt holes, and I had it centered right here because the initial measurement I found was 2.5 inches from the center line of this over, and that's where they need to line up, and that's where I started. So I had that in place and I had this all mounted, but what wasn't lining up was this bracket under the rear end here to center my rear end at 103.5 inches. So the way I fixed it, what I did was I mounted this whole kit. This was no longer welded to the frame. I mounted this and stuck it under the axle here, and then I moved everything into place and kind of centered the axle. That allowed me to line this up with the chassis and take a new measurement to see where my center line was for these bolts up onto the frame rail. That's why you see these extra lines. This is my final one, and that's how far back I had to go. So I was off from my original by about, just over 1 inch, maybe 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches at the most. Once I had that measurement and I had this bracket tacked on, I could put this assembly together, this 4-link, and mount this rear bracket. Then I slid it under. I set the rear end down into these brackets after I had them supported with jack stands. And then it was just finding that center. A lot of measuring from, the backing plate to the center line of this bracket until I got it completely centered. It would have been a whole lot easier had I just had the rear end housing without the center, without the axles and all that. It would have been a whole lot lighter and easier to move around, but this is the rear end that I took out of my Fox Body wagon. You've seen the other video on that car. That one has an SVO rear end in it now with 5-lug and disc brakes. So I had a free rear end. This one I'm actually going to switch over to 5-lug, but I'm going to keep it drum brakes in the back because I don't need disc on this car. So that'll be a separate video when I swap the axles. That's down the road. The goal right now is just to get a rolling chassis so I can roll it up underneath the body that's on the side of the house and get everything set into place, get the motor in there, set the pinion angle, and then it's a lot of fine tuning from there. So once I got this in, I got this centered. I found out, you know, my measurements from both sides where I'm dead nut center, and now it's just a matter of tacking this bracket onto the rear end and putting the wheels back on. I'll have a rolling chassis. For the shocks, I'm just gonna probably find a piece of flat bar stock and just kind of bolt it down here, just weld it to the chassis for now, because my final ride height won't be set until I have the body and the motor and everything in here and all that weight, and then I can adjust the shock mounts to where they go and I get the correct angle. So anyway, I apologize, I haven't done an update on the Model A in quite a while, but I have been working on it. You can see it's just a slow process. It's really hot out here, so I haven't been spending too much time. But today was a decent day. I'm still sweating balls. That's just how it goes here in Texas. Anyway, Model A, that's where I'm at. I'll keep you updated. Thanks for tuning in. Stay hungry, stay foolish.